amazing Super Mario Brothers tournament match. This is gonna be a best of 3, so I'm gonna wish the best of luck for the runners. We have two amazing Japanese runners here, both Kaku and Mammaru are amazing SMB runners that are being featured here on this tournament. So one of these guys is gonna be, well, obviously gonna win and is gonna be moved to the next round. And since this is a single elimination bracket, the loser needs to say goodbye, unfortunately, to the tournament. Starting with the match, we can see that both of the runners decided to grab the mushroom in 1-1. This is a bit safe, so this is gonna be interesting that both of the runners has started with the same strat from the beginning. So let's see how does the rest of the matches get developed. Okay, we got a mushroom starting on, bar flower starting on 1-2, and sorry if I forget to how to speak sometimes. I'm the only kind of person who can be waking up at these hours of the morning, but the duty was calling, so somebody needed to do this. So this is gonna be a best of 3 match, meaning that any of these runners needs to win at least 2 times if we wanna see a winner here. So I wish the best of the luck for both of the runners. And so going back to the game, and now we are on 1-3. This is a stage where usually most of the runners decide to grab the power-ups, but since 1-1, that's not something bad. This is mostly like something safe. And since both of the runners decided to grab the power-up since 1-1, but we're going for the same strategies anyways. So now we have started with 1-4, which is the first castle of the game, and not like a big deal. There are not so many fire bars that we should be worried about. Now we have seen a solid beginning. Kaku has his likely lead. I think that it was for 1 second. I'm gonna be timing that on both runners complete 2-1. Both of them are getting, really close. We are watching that. Well, Kaku, when he has opportunity, he preferred to go from on the top. Mammaru decides to go on the lower section of the stage. Not like a big difference, but on these cases, this is more like a preference. And now it's time to start with some fried fish, and I forgot how to say this thing on English. Yay! So asking really quick to Sandy, this is squid, so who want, or I don't know, well, probably it's calamari or squid, whatever, but who wants some fried fish? 2-2, one of the 2 underwater stages that we're going to be watching on this race. The real deal mostly can be the cheap chips. Fortunately, the pattern for them is the same all the time, and having the fire flower doesn't make you feel so worried about completing this stage. Plus, at the same time, you shouldn't be so confident about this. We have seen that Mammaru decided to take a risky movement, swinging between 2 cheap chips. That was a bit risky, but fortunately, both of the runners made a very good job. Kaku finishing with a 3:09 on his timer, while Mammaru finished with a 3:08. 1 second difference on in-game time, and this is like a 2.5 second window of difference. And now we have the first revenge of the cheap chips. Now some playing cheap chips want to take some revenge because we got some fried fish on the past stage, and we need to bless in order to don't have any troll pattern here. We have seen that with Kaku, some of the cheap chips were so close to him, so probably on that section he tried to play a bit safely in order to, well, not a bit safely, but not jump so high in order to avoid any kind of contact with the cheap chips. Now 2-4, second castle of the game. Here we have seen the first flame of Bowser look like, well, the first Bowser flame was close to the floor with Kaku. With Mammaru was more higher, and we have seen that unfortunately Mammaru has took damage here. This is something bad because with this he's gonna lose more time because obviously we have got the animation when he gets smarter string, when he when the bridge fall down, and also when he is gonna be grabbing the power-ups again. So you want to have the power-ups here in order to avoid some enemies easily because you can defeat them obviously. Plus in the castles it's quicker to defeat Bowser with fire flowers. Again, you can save 2.5 seconds avoiding the animation of the bridge falling down. So we have started with unfortunate moments for Mammaru. For now, Kaku is having a solid run up to this point. And obviously with this little human mistakes, this translates that Mammaru now has increased the advantage that Kaku was having right now. Again, he has the power-ups, so we need to have in mind that he had received damage and he needed to grab the power-ups again. Plus, he wasn't able to defeat Bowser with the Fire Flower on the second castle of the game. 3-3, and also something that I need to mention for no reason is that we are now in the night. This is the night, one of the dark worlds, or one of the 9 worlds, which is world 3 because it's not in the day, as we can see clearly on the background. So there's a lot of platforms and higher sections of the stage where we need to keep moving, otherwise we're going to be falling down into that big holes. Now 3-4 third castle. Let's see how those runners are going to be completing this. Okay, we got probably not my best, my favorite pattern with the photo boost at the beginning of 3-4. Kaku decides to slow down a little bit just to avoid some photo boost and fire from Bowser. Same situation for Mammaru. This is something really good, and this is not like something that's gonna make that both of the runners lose time, because usually that patterns with the photo boost are not so good at the end of this stage. So now, flashbacks from any person, but now wait the fire flower. Just keep running, and you're gonna be fine. Since the hitbox from the Piranha Plant is a bit weird, you just can keep running and you can avoid them, but looks like one of the runners likes to use the fire flower that now they are having. And now let's move to Forest 2, one of the infamous stages in SMB Warpless speedrunning more than 90%. So let's see which pattern does runners take. I feel that both of them are gonna be going down, or well, I was wrong. Kaku decides to take the stage on the top. This is something safer because you can avoid all the enemies that we're gonna be watching on the floor. Look, and we can see that Mammaru, it's going through the floor. This is I think that this is like faster going on the lower section of the game. But at the same time, there are more enemies, so if you want to take it safely, you can do the same thing that Kaku has done. And starting for the 3, more platforming in the sky. Just memories going close to get an extra 1-up, and now he has got it. 4-4 with this castle, we are gonna be the first half of the game, and also this is the first mixed castle we're gonna be having here. The part of the runners need to go trigger a specific pattern and need to avoid to get bonked, otherwise the castle is gonna enter into a loop, and it's gonna be translated into losing more time. Okay, that Bowser was a bit friendly with Kaku because he decided to jump, so Kaku took a little amount of extra time to defeat that Bowser. With Mammaru, well, he was a bit lucky, so his Bowser kill was more faster. And now let's start with the last tutorial level from SMB1, because with 5-2 we're gonna be starting to see the real challenge that the game has for us, and let's see if the runners got blessed with no bullet bills at the beginning of the stage, or if they're gonna be having a curse moment having a bullet bill starting on 5-2. Okay, let's see, there was no bullet bill for Kaku, that was good. Nice execution for the first hammer, bro. Mammaru got a bullet bill and needed to slow down a little bit to be a bit safer, and he wasn't able to defeat the first hammer, bro, but it wasn't a big deal. You just need to avoid it and you're gonna be done with that. You're gonna be fine. Now 5-3, more action in the air, and now Kaku decides to start with some swag, having the skating Mario at the beginning of 5-3. This is mostly a flashback from 1-3, and defeating one of those enemies, mostly the Goomba, is something mandatory on the run. Otherwise, we're going to be having the second platform, and we're going to be directly falling down, and that means that we were gonna lose life due to that, but anyways. 5-4. A little flashback from the second castle, but slightly harder. Still having a lower fire Bowser for Kaku. And also Mammaru got a lower pattern. And there we go, no big issues completing this stage. So let's begin with 6-1. And again, just keep running and avoid Lakitu and you're gonna be fine. And we have seen that Kaku got a firework. Usually you don't like to avoid the only firework you can get here. This is something really optimal that I have learned yesterday. Thank you, Takare, for that. So the important thing on 6 is that if you want to complete this stage a little bit faster and safer, you need to have the fire flower, because as we have seen here, there's a lot of piranha plants and a lot of pipes. So obviously with the fire flower you can defeat them really quick and you can take a bit easier, but not chill the way that you complete this stage. Now 6-3, black and white, well on grayscales stage. We're gonna be having some random bullet bills at the second half of the stage, but not like a big deal. There are not a lot of bullet bills on the stage. We have seen that Kaku hasn't got any big issues with the bullet bills. Same for Mammaru. Now, sixth castle of the game, flashback from the first castle of the game, but slightly harder. And well, now Kaku's still waiting for a good pattern with the fireballs, and also he wanna have the first Bowser that is gonna be throwing some hammers. Probably it's gonna cause some lag. Looked like Kaku, without issues, was able to defeat Bowser. That was something good. Let's see how this goes with Mammaru. Mammaru take a little amount of lag, and well, now let's start with World 7. You know, if you're a big fan of the bullet builds, guess what? You're gonna be watching a lot of them starting from this point. Okay, Kaku messed up a little bit his jumping input at the last section of the stage, but both of the runners dodged correctly most of the obstacles on enemies on this stage, so that was really amazing to watch. And now, who wants more fried fish? Now let's start with 7-2. Another flashback from 2-2, but with the difference that now we're gonna be having more bloopers and cheap chips in the stage, complicating some stuff. Okay, it looked like this wasn't a big deal for any of the runners. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I needed to plug my computer because I forgot to plug my laptop to the electricity. So now, the second and last revenge from the cheap chips, question mark. 7-3, another flashback from 2-3, but slightly harder now with not just more cheap chips, but also the paratroopers. Looks like Budrunner decides to move a little bit risky here, but not like a big problem. Oh, the problem is higher? Don't worry, I can fix that. I could be a little bit louder. Okay, my mistake. Let me turn up a little bit the volume. I'm gonna be fixing that later also. So for a moment, the volume's gonna be going down and then it's gonna be turned up. I hope that now the volume it's correctly balanced. Talking about 7-4, second Maze Castle, not a big issue for battle runners. And now this is definitely the last challenge that we're gonna be having, which is the World 8. We need to remember that in castles and all World 8 there are no checkpoint flags, so taking a death here definitely is something really risky, because it doesn't matter which point of the stage you're gonna be dying, you're gonna be spawning at the beginning of the stage all the time. Solid 200 for Kaku and also for mammaru. Now 8-2, we're gonna be facing Lucky to the beginning, but not something that should be so worried about. More paratroopers and some bullet bills are gonna be starting to spawn from this point, or it's supposed that they should be spawning. It looks like mammaru took a hit, and that is something really bad. But usually when you take damage on World 8, you're gonna switch to any person's strats, but obviously for being more safer, some people decide to take the power-ups again. But in this case, I don't know if mammaru is gonna go in for this. Probably that was gonna be something that he was gonna need on 8-3, because the hammer bros on this stage are not bros, just with themselves, but not with Mario. Because most of the time they like to be big trolls, so I'm a bit worried about mammaru at this point. Okay, at least the game was good with mammaru, because he was able to just avoid the hammer bros with no issues. So now let's see, 8-4, last castle and stage of the game. I don't know if considering this is a maze is gonna be something good. Kaku fails the pipe jump, so let's see if mammaru can get it. And mammaru gets it. This saves like a half of a second, if I remember correctly, like a half to 1 second. And we're on the underwater section of the game. This race is so close to finish. And remember, this is gonna be the first round of possibly 3. Kaku taking some damage from Bowser, but that doesn't matter, because with a time of 19:23, Kaku finishes his run while mammaru finishes with a 1928. Both of the runners were so close. This is just a 5 seconds difference. GG's to both of them. On a little bit, we're gonna be starting with the race. So wait a little bit while I set up the next race that we're gonna be having. Okay, I'm back. Probably not. I'm gonna be going for some water, but let's make a little summary from this. So, Kaku gets the first point of the match. He was pretty solid during the run. Little mistakes. Unfortunately for mammaru, he received some damage twice during the run, and he needed to defeat Bowser on the all the way of destroying the bridge and losing time due to that animation. But now we are setting up the next race that we're gonna be watching in a few moments. So this is just a 5 second difference between both of the runners. This is something really, really amazing. And with this, Kaku gets the first point. Remember that this is a best of 3 match, meaning that if Kaku wanna win, he needs to win again this second match. But if mammaru wins the second round, we're gonna be having a third match here. Yesterday on the night, we got the first 3 rounds match on this tournament. It was something really amazing and exciting because both of the runners were so close. And well, now here we just got a 5 second window, a 5 second difference, a 5 second gap between one of the runners. So I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be watching something even more amazing on this second round. So I'm gonna be back in a little bit. I need to take some water because we need to stay hydrated. So I'm gonna be back in a bit. Okay, and now I am back and back to the game also. So right now we are setting up the last thing that we need to complete here in order to be able to start with the second match of the night. So really quick, let's talk about the runners and their position on the bracket. While we wait until we can start with the second round of this morning. So again, a little summary. If Kaku wins, he's gonna be moved to the next round, to round 3 of the tournament. But if he loses and mammaru wins, we're gonna be having another amazing 3-round match. So let's play in order to have something good for both of them. Kaku, it's on third first place, tied with a time of 19 minutes and 16 seconds on the game. Meanwhile, mammaru is tied on 35 plays with 19 minutes and 17 seconds. Just a 1 second difference in the PBs of these guys. Something really, really amazing. So, okay, the countdown has started. So let's go and let's start again now with the second match. Both of the runners are taking again the mushroom, arguing the mushroom on 1-1. Basically, they are repeating the same strat that they had used on the previous match. So yeah, more runs. Gambare kudasai. And good luck for part of the run that we're having here right now. It's time to go to the lower section, to the underground section of the game with 1-2. And here's where the runners are going to be taking the far flower. Okay, Kaku is slightly ahead for some frames. Even it's not a second, just a little slight difference. But since this is World 1, we need to wait until World 2, to the end of World 2 to define who is going to be ahead. Because anything can happen starting on the game, and some slight things can change. Looks like almost both of the runners are signed, so that's something really amazing to be watching here. Yeah, this is almost a VR video because both of them are so close. Slightly ahead. Kaku is slightly ahead up to this point, but again, let's wait until we are gonna be until we can start with World 3 to see what is gonna happen. Okay, so here is where probably the first mistakes can appear. 1-4, first castle of the game. Okay. Mammaru taking some risky movements during the match, but both of the runners have completed without bigger problems the first world. Now let's start with the second one, and it looks like now Mammaru is the one who is ahead. Oh my god, this is a pretty close race up to this point. Okay, Kaku decides to go on the top of the screen as much as he can. This is something safe because you can avoid big enemies, while Mammaru tries to defeat all the enemies that he's facing off and during all the stage and all the floor. They're so close up to this point. There's just a small difference between them. And now 2-2, more fried fish right now coming up. And Kaku has defeated one of the cheap chips, and also Mammaru. So I'm pretty sure that the cheap chips on the next stage aren't gonna be happy with both of them. And this is not like a complicated stage, but at the same time, you shouldn't feel so comfy because now we have seen that the revenge from the cheap chip has started so early with Kaku, who has taken damage up to almost at the end of 2-2, and now Mammaru is taking the lead. Definitely, this it's gonna be a risky stage 2-3 for Kaku, considering that he is lacking from power-ups. So let's see. I don't know if probably yes. He's gonna grab the power-ups here. He's gonna grab the mushroom here. He needs to wait a little bit because that chip was troll and was gonna make that he had lost his momentum. So he wasn't gonna be able to keep moving correctly, and probably he was gonna fall down and was gonna lose a life. And now we have started, obviously, with unfortunate moments for Kaku because Mammaru now is taking the lead, and Kaku definitely is gonna try to get the far flower here and 2-4 because there are no far wars at the beginning of the stage. So this is something really good. Now second fake Bowser fight, not like a big deal. For Mammaru, let's see with Kaku how this everything is gonna be. There we go. Also not a big problem. So Mammaru now takes the lead. Now let's start into the Night World 3-1. Okay, nice way to defeat those Hammer Bros almost at the same time for mammaru. Now there is another stage. Well, mostly there's not so many things to mention. Just keep going. You're gonna be done. Three more platforming in the air, in the sky. Pretty solid stage for mammaru. Looks like for Kaku is gonna be the same. Now it's time to start with 3-4, the third castle of the game. Okay, mammaru waited a little bit at the beginning of the stage. And also, can need to slow down a little bit at the end of the castle just to avoid the protobus. What I see in the chat, an ESA fan. Something nice, dude. Congrats. Getting back to the action, 4-1, any percent flashbacks, but with power-ups. And it looks like, again, one of the runners decides to kill the piranha plant, so, well, it's not like it's not something bad. But at the same time, you use the firefowl because why not? If you have it, why are you not gonna use it? Use one more coin for Kaku. He's gonna get a 1-up, and mammaru needs to take another 3. 4-2. Probably both of them are gonna repeat the same route. Kaku's gonna go on the top of the stage, while mammaru is gonna go on the lower section. Yes, mammaru is going on the bottom route, and Kaku taking the top route. Sorry. I always forget how to pronounce some stuff in English. Most of these hours of the morning that I'm not on all my senses, and I'm trying to speak in my main language is not something good at these times. Now imagine which will be my situation trying to speak another language. Kaku is slowing down a little bit to grab the flagpole to avoid the 3 at the end of the in-game timer. Now we got the 1-up sound effect with mammaru. Now, some mazes action with both of the runners on for the shore. First maze castle from the tree that we're gonna be watching in the run. Okay, pretty solid castle. Again, this Bowser wasn't cooperating with Kaku, and so Kaku took a little extra amount of time to defeat it. Now 5-1, last free trial from the SMB1 chill experience, because on 5-2 we're gonna be starting with the real problems. And again, let's wait and let's gonna see if any of the runners are gonna get a good or bad pattern at the beginning. I will say that the game is gonna bless you if you don't get a bullet bill at the beginning on 5-2. mammaru now doesn't get any bullet bill. That was something good. And Kaku now, well, looks like the patterns with the bullet bills now got switched because on the first match, Mammaru got the bullet bill, and on this second round, Kaku gets it. So probably that's a signal that the game is not cooperating with him right now. Again, not like a big problem because anyways, mostly the problematic thing on this stage can be the Hammer Brothers. Another good reason about why you would like to have the Far Flower here. Now another flashback from Wonder Street, but more harder. I mean, it's mandatory to defeat those enemies, otherwise we're not going to be having the second platform due to the big amount of elements on the screen. Now let's begin with 5-4. Which is, again, another flashback from the second castle of the game, but slightly harder. Sí, es un buen jueguito, pero let's keep the commentary in English, please. Onegaishimasu. Now I'm saying that we need to keep this in English and then I switch to Japanese. Sometimes I don't understand what am I doing or what did I do some stuff in the life. But now, 6-1, another Lakitu stage. I'm pretty amazed that both of the runners up to this point has started with 6-1 with all power-ups, because in other matches I've seen that at least one of the runners has lost their power-ups in 5-4. And the reason why I say this is because the 6-1 is a stage where you definitely need to grab the power-ups for 6-2. I was surprised on the Cosmics match yesterday because since he in one of the races he lost his power-ups, he just decided to grab the mushroom on 6-1 and grabbing the Far Flower on 6-2. Probably that was the first time that I have seen a runner doing that, so I was pretty amazing about this. But usually on 6-1 you prefer to get the power-ups for those reasons, and I don't know why, but I'm having a good feeling right now that I think I'm gonna keep it quiet. I'm gonna be telling this to you guys once the match is close to finish, on when it finishes. I don't want to curse this race for now. And now with a solid 6-3 and a decent pattern with the bullet bills for both Mammaru and Kaku, it's time to start with 6-4, which is, again, the first castle of the game, but it's slightly harder. Okay, there we go. Good, decent pattern with Mammaru. Got a little lag at the end. Let's see with Kaku. Okay, looks like no lag for Kaku, or it was a lower time with the lag. Less time with the lag compared with Mammaru. 7-1, more bullet bills because why not? Yes, stay hydrated. Basically, I am now here with a bottle of water because I have looked for some water after the first match has finished because I was getting dehydrated. Now 7-2, who wants more fried fish? And talking about stay hydrated, but well, this is salad water, so I don't think that it's gonna be something good to drink a lot of this water. But guess what? We had some fried fish here and some fried squids. Okay, looks like Kaku is... Okay, Kaku is not having a good pattern with his enemies. Yeah, some good calamari. And Mammaru getting the troll blooper at the end of the stage. Looks like Kaku is gonna be... Yes, Kaku is also in the same situation. Oh my god, this was something really close. I thought for a moment that Kaku was gonna enter in contact with the blooper, and also Kaku slowing down a little bit to don't grab the 6 at the end of the timer when he grabbed the flagpole. And also Mamoru messed up a little bit. He's beginning at 7-3, losing his momentum and losing like a half a second. But not a big deal anyways. So now more Koopa Troopas, more Paratroopas, and more Cheep Chips, because that's never enough for stopping Mario from rescuing the Princess Toadstool, because she's a Princess Toadstool in this game. He's not Peach yet. And remember that if you believe that Mario Brothers are called Mario Mario and Luigi Mario, that means that you are a big fan of the 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie, so keep that in mind every time that you say that these brothers are called Mario Mario and Luigi Mario. And Mamoru taking damage with Bowser that, well, he tried to boy him, but Bowser just made a lower jump, making that Mamoru hasn't taken a good amount of time, well, the correct time to avoid Bowser. So probably we're gonna be watching any person with Mamoru at this point. Because I think if I remember correctly, because with luck I can remember my breakfast. Now I'm talking about this. I haven't taken any breakfast today, so I don't know what am I doing with my life. Okay, I know what am I doing. I'm commenting this match. So I think if I remember correctly, Mamoru also received damage on the last race, but he decided. Yes, I remember he received damage, but he decided to don't grab any power up. So here, Kaku will have a little advantage because he's still having the power-ups, but it's not like something required on this last world, because you can apply the any person's strats to complete this. Mario, nice. Sorry if I have got a little problem with pronunciation. My twist gets tongue, so I cannot speak correctly sometimes. Again, more bullet bills, because why not? Yeah, remember, if you a good way to say that you are a big fan from the Super Mario Bros. Movie is because you say that the brothers are called Mario Mario and Luigi Mario, and because you like the Bomb Bomb reboots. Egg-3, let's see if Mamoru gets again a good pattern with the Hammer Bros. Because it's so risky that he doesn't have any power up right now. Just imagine a Mexican who in his nickname has Senpai commenting a match from 2 Japanese runners. I don't know, that's amazing. Now, Egg-4, last castle of the game, and probably what I was thinking about this is gonna be true. Let's see how the game is gonna be with both of the guys. No, basically what I've tried to say was what the writer said. Because that's a phrase that we used to say in Spanish when you get problems trying to speak. You say something like "se me lengua la traba," which can be translated like "my twist gets tongue," I guess. But yeah, you can use it. And after the water section for Mamoru, let's see. Okay, he's gonna be taking a bit safer this last section, and with a 1928 and Kaku with a 1930. GG's for both of the guys, and this well, obviously it's a point for Mamoru, and at the same time, what I was thinking about this is gonna come true. We're gonna be having a third round on this match, ladies and gentlemen, any other kind of live form. We did it. This is gonna be the second match of the tournament with 3 rounds, and I'm pretty excited about this because yesterday I had commented the first one in Spanish because why not? and now I'm pretty excited to watch now a third round. So now this is gonna be a mostly bigger nervous moment. There are gonna be a lot of things that can happen here. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited to see what is gonna happen. Definitely in this race, both of the runners were more closer between them. So wait a little bit while I set this. So making a little summary, there was a 5-second difference on the first match, making that Kaku win it, and then now here we got a 2-second gap, a 2-second difference between both of the runners, and mammaru339 got the point here. So now we're gonna be having the third round on this match. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm really nervous about this. I don't know what to expect. Both of the runners are making a very great job with their PBs. There's just 1 second of difference. I don't know what to think or what to say about what are we gonna be watching right now. So yes, this is a pretty hype moment to see what can we get. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this because on the first match, mammaru339 messed up a little bit of things. Kaku messed up the things here also on the second match. So I don't know if both of the runners are gonna be able to do a great run, or if both of them are gonna be messing up. But if I'm sure about something, is that when watching a third match is something really amazing on these best of 3 tournaments. Okay, now we're gonna be waiting a little bit before the next match starts. So now, which is your guess, guys? Who do you think that is gonna be the winner? Does Kaku is gonna show that he's the real boss in the game, or mammaru339 is gonna win again and is gonna show who is gonna take the lead here? I don't know. I'm pretty excited about what we're gonna be watching. Looks like one of the runners are taking a little break before they can start. And also, this is good because they need to get ready. They need to prepare themselves because being aware that definitely this is a moment when there's gonna be a lot of feelings, mixed feelings, and that you shouldn't be so comfy because at this point it's like if this was gonna be like if this will be a best of 1 match, because now both of them are tied. It's like if any of them got any points, so they need to get the person who wins this start race is gonna be the one who's gonna be moved, and obviously the winner needs to wait between the Jeremy, MKW, and Xerox Finn match to see who we're gonna be facing, and the loser needs to say goodbye, unfortunately, to the tournament. And talking about a little bit what we have seen here, Kaku, it's on the bracket. He's on 6th place, while mammaru339 is on the 11th place with the seeding of the tournament. Because before we were able to start with the bracket section, we got some group phase where also some runners unfortunately got eliminated from the tournament. So now this is the big league, and the big things that are gonna be happening here. So I'm pretty excited about what are we gonna be watching on a little bit. You think the Japanese runner will win? I think it's so, but I don't want to say that, because if I say something like this, it's like if I were supporting one of the runners and I will not be supporting the other one. So well, you will think that Mario win. Okay, that sounds more fair for me, I guess. So, anyways, it doesn't matter what is gonna happen. It doesn't matter who wins. It doesn't matter who can have the best solid run. The only thing that matters is that we can have some fun, not just me commentating or the runners running the game, but also you viewers watching this amazing race at these hours of the morning or probably the afternoon for the people in Europe, or obviously on the night for our Japanese friends. Okay, it looks like for now one of the runners is not ready yet, so this is gonna be taking an extra amount of time to begin. Yeah, 7:54 a.m. And I need to turn on my Switch because I need to buy some turnips. Because you know that today is Sunday and you can buy turnips on Sunday. But we're not here to talk about Animal Crossing. We're here to talk about one of the best NES games, which is Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, I was right. I know that feel. On my first weeks playing the game, I also ate 10 turnips. I was surprised that I was able to eat them, but anyways, um, the countdown has has started. So in a few seconds, we're gonna be watching the match here on the screen because you have some delay in order to be able to sync the streams and at the same time to don't have bigger problems with the buffering and all those kind of things. 1 a.m. Monday. Oh my god, I'm talking with people in the future. I don't know why, but after reading that, I feel like Marty McFly, and I don't know how to feel about that, so I'm gonna take that as something good. Again, repeating strats from the um, previous races, talking about the way that one of the runners decided to grab the power-ups. Yeah, this is a very good synchronization with both of the runners. Yeah, the frame rules are a big thing to have on mind when you run SMB1 on any of its categories. Okay. Okay, looks like almost both of them got the same pattern on the first castle. Mammaru taking slightly the lead with a quick Bowser kill, while Kaku took a little amount of extra time to defeat him. And it's almost a second of difference between both of the runners, probably like one or two, like two frame rules, I think. Okay, more fried fish. Okay, those chips weren't cooperating with mammaru. Kaku has lost a little amount of time trying to avoid that great chip. Okay, not a big deal for the runners here. In mammaru, still keeping slightly his lead, while Kaku is getting so close to him. Looks like Kaku definitely don't want that mammaru keeps the lead, so he's trying to do his best in order to get closer to him. So the first revenge of the chips. Yeah, this is going really good. Second castle of the game. There are not so many fire bars, but again, no time to chill, and looks like this was the moment that Kaku was waiting to be ahead, because one of the Bowser fires trolled mammaru, making that he lost his power-ups, and obviously this means that he's gonna be trying to get them again on 3-1. And then also we got an amazing mid-air jump with mammaru. So now this has increased the lead a little bit, but now for Kaku, mammaru needed to grab the power-ups again on 3-1. And with this, let me switch the audio because I was so focused on the race that I forgot to do this. So now Kaku is the one on the lead. Yeah, definitely this wasn't good for mammaru because you lose time with the Mario animation when he loses his power-ups and shrinks into Small Mario. You lose time with the bridge falling animation, and also you lose time trying to get the power-ups plus their animations. And since both of them are pretty close, the only thing that the one who is not on the lead needs to be on the lead is just waiting until the runner who is ahead gets a big mistake, like we have seen on the previous match. On the first match, mammaru got some mistakes that made Kaku keep on the lead, and in the second match, the same situation for Kaku, doing some mistakes and mammaru taking the lead. Third castle of the game, decent start for Kaku, slowing down a little bit to avoid some troll potobus at the end of 3-4. Now, any person's flashbacks, but with power-ups. And we're gonna one up with Kaku. mammaru needs to grab some additional coins to get a one up here. Remember that we need to gotta go fast. But we are red due to the fire flower, and we are not blue. More infamous moments in his speedrunning history, probably not so much with Warpless, but for the streets, not like a friendly stage. Kaku again decides to take the top route to be a bit safe. Mamoru decides to go on the lower section of the stage again. And yes, this is a best of 3 match, and each runner has won one time. So this is the deciding match. This is going to be the definitive one. The one who wins is going to be moved to the third round on the bracket. The loser needs to say, unfortunately, needs to say goodbye and need to go back to their house because this is a single elimination bracket. Okay, let's begin with the first Maze Castle. And now the question here again is, who's gonna be getting Bullet Bill on 5-2? Let's see that first with Kaku. Okay, Kaku got Bullet Bill at the beginning. That was so bad. Let's see with Mamoru, what do we get? And also, not just we got also Bullet Bill with Mamoru, but also we got some damage. This is something really bad because this increased the lead that Kaku has, and at the same time 5-2 is not like a good stage to complete without power-ups. This is really unfortunate. And now want the street flashbacks, but now with bullet bills and shorter platforms. Okay, Kaku moving slightly safe. And nice way to dodge that and avoid that bullet bill at the end of the day. Now 5-4, flashback from 2-4, but slightly harder. We need to wait here in order to set up a good pattern with the far bars. And again, this fake Bowser is not cooperating with Kaku, taking more time to defeat him. This reduces a little bit the difference with the both of the runners, but Kaku is still being on the lead for like a half of a stage. More pipes and more piranha plants on 6-2. Okay, not a big problem with the bullet bills. Almost Mammaru falls down on that platform. And there we go. 6 castle help the game. Another flashback, but slightly harder for from 1-4. Kaku went for another setup to try to complete quickly this stage, and now we have the first fake Bowser. No lag for Kaku. Let's see which is gonna be a situation for Mammaru. And after some lag with Mammaru due to the big amount of elements on the screen, now it's time to start with 7-1 and also more bullet bills. And some hammer blows that are gonna be messing around. Okay, Kaku without problems completing this and slowing down on purpose to avoid the 3 on the timer. Well, the 3 at the end of the timer. Hey now, who wants more fried fish? Okay, some people want fried fish, and other ones want the calamari. Feel free to pick whatever you want. There's a lot of them, and the best part, it's free! Okay, this can 7-2 for Kaku. Okay, Mammaru also get a little amount of lag. And unfortunately, he got a troll blooper, costing him more time, and now we have 7-3, the revenge of the Cheep Cheeps. More Cheep Cheeps, more Paratrupas, more Koopa Troopas. It's like between 12 to 13 seconds of difference between both of the runners. And now, guess what? Let's start with the second castle, which, well, the second maze castle. Okay, no big problems for Kaku. Let's see how the Bowser fight is gonna be. Okay, not bad. Let's see now how this is gonna be with Mammaru. Slightly some lag, but not big issues for Mammaru. And yes, more lag. And a pretty solid 8-1. And did somebody call for unfortunate moments because Kaku got trolled at the beginning of Egg-Dash 2, losing his power-ups, and he decides to take time to grab them. I don't know if this is gonna be something good. Probably yes, because he's still having a good advantage. Plus, having the power-ups, it's a bit safer, mostly considering how those Egg-Dash 3 is. And okay, for a moment I thought that Mammaru was gonna try to set up the bullet bill glitch. Okay, I don't think that Kaku's gonna grab the far flower here. Probably he's gonna be just having the mushroom as something safe. And we got a no-chill hammer, bro. A no-bro hammer, bro. That make that Kaku receive some damage. And now Mammaru also taking damage, but now due to a Piranha plant. Oh god, I don't know how to feel about this. And now we are almost at the end of this amazing match. Kaku still having the lead besides of the mistakes. And also Mammaru is starting here on 8-4. Now we go to the underwater section. Slowing down a little bit at the end of 8-4, and with a time of 19:25, Kaku gets the last point he needed to keep moving on tournament, while also Mammaru had finished with a time of 19:40. This means that Kaku wins and get moved to the third round, and unfortunately Mammaru gets eliminated from the tournament. So I really feel bad about this, but this is the life of what is supposed that is going to happen in tournaments. So GG's for all the runners. Both of them made a very good work, and I don't know, this was a pretty exciting match, not gonna lie. And well, also with this, we can say that we are done with this match, but this is not the end of the funny things here on the fun stuff here. We're gonna be having some match later. I'm not gonna be commentating. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be sleeping because I just have waken up to help with some commentary and setup to help with setup of this match. So talking about what is gonna be having later, we're gonna be having the Xerox Fiend versus Jeremy NKW match, where the winner is gonna be facing Kaku on round 3. Dorpy is gonna be commenting this. We don't have any channel assigned yet, but the match is gonna happen today at 2 p.m. EDT time. Both of the runners made a very good job. I really suggested you to follow them. They are both amazing SMB runners, great runners from Japan. And well, I think that we are done with today's match. Well, with this stream, the invite is open, so you can come with us for the next match that we have scheduled later. Remember, 2 p.m. EDT. So, and Darby is gonna be commentating. Is gonna be with you on that match. I was Go Senpai, your host, commentator, and setup helper for tonight's match. Well, for today's match. Sorry, I don't know what I say tonight. Probably I'm saying tonight because I'm sorry and I really wanna go to sleep. But anyways, I really hope that you have enjoyed this match. Remember to give a follow not just to the runners but also to all SpeedGaming channels if you are interested into watching more action, not just with Super Mario Brothers, but with many speedrunning games and a lot of tournaments and marathon, all that kind of things. So again, I was Go Senpai. I really hope that you have enjoyed this match, and see you next time. And if you are like me, that you're gonna be going to sleep, remember to put some sugar on your pillow. Peace, and see you, everybody. Have a nice day.